The change. It has been a monster of a March, and not only for the Northeast, heavy snow has also slammed our friends across the pond. We're talking Great Britain. The cost of high-impact storms on both sides of the Atlantic, well, it's adding up pretty quickly.
Absolutely, and business weather analyst Paul Walsh is fresh off the plane from the UK. Paul, good morning.
Good morning.
And what's up with this late winter blast in Europe?
Yeah, as bad as the winter's been here, and of course Reynolds has been right in the teeth of it up there in the Northeast, it's been equally as bad in Europe. And I, as you mentioned before, I was in London for the week last week, and about 2 weeks ago they had a massive winter storm in the UK, and of course they called it the Beast of the East. And as I left yesterday, the second round was coming. Of course, in the UK, they call it the Beast of the East 2.0. But to give you some perspective on that, it was estimated that that was costing the country, the UK, about $1 billion British pounds per day. So the impact of the weather can be felt everywhere, and ultimately that will reflect back across the entire global economy as these kind of events keep happening.
I see. Hey, Paul, we're friends, right? I'm not trying to turn into your dad. I'm not trying to be accusatory by any measure. But what were you doing in London? What was going on?
Well, Ron, in my day job, I'm the director of weather strategy for IBM's Global Business Services. So I'm traveling all around the country and the world. And last week I was speaking at a big conference called Millennial 2020. And the topic was really rethinking weather and how businesses are increasingly using weather data and forecasts to help them better prepare for the kind of events that we're seeing both in the UK and, of course, as we know, here in the US. And it's really a growing trend around the world.
Fascinating. I love it. And Paul, we understand you'll be also speaking at ClimateCon 2018 this week. What's that all about? Well,
you may have heard of the thing called Comic-Con. Well, this is something called ClimateCon, and it's the first conference specifically around the business of climate and weather. It's being held in Asheville, North Carolina, which I'm told is typically called Beer City, but for this week it's going to be called Climate City. And I've got the opportunity to keynote at the event with a bunch of colleagues, and again, it's an example of how businesses are looking to weather data and climate data, data and analytics to be able to really optimize and help better people and governments really better deal with the increasing impact of the weather and climate on us. So I'm really excited about going down there. And also, I understand even though it's been rebranded Climate Week, I can probably still get a beer. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Okay. All right. This is so cool. Business weather analyst Paul Walsh in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Thanks again.
He is a genius. He is a veteran. Used to jump out of airplanes, paratrooper, and just a brilliant guy. Hey, AMHQ Week.